Somebody is definitely doing some shit. Somebody's doing some shit right now as we speak. Or as I speak. Somebody's doing some shit. Did that message how it resonates? Alright. First things first. Uh, first things first. Channel song. Off the top of the head, off the top of the dome. I'm still in love with you. I'm still in love. Channel message, channel song. All right. This is in regards to your ex lover. This is definitely in regards to your ex lover right now. All right. Your ex is still in love with you. So, all right. Hear me out. Hear me out. So I got one of my exes right now on unread. Got one of my exes on unread right now. Like, and it's so interesting. Yo, before I get into that. So quick story time channel message, right? For a very long time, I'm not saying right now, but like previously, for a very long time, for years, since I've dated my ex lover who's a Pisces, he has repeatedly came in my dream state. I think if in regards to my exes, in regards to the dream state, my ex lover who's a Pisces is like hands down the most, like I don't know how, like if I was to give awards for the dream state, this would be the nigga who surpassed boundaries in regards to being in my dream state. Cause bitch, why the fuck I want to dream about an ex? My ex has came in the dream state so many freaking times previously. Like he's the most if I was to count all the mind you, y'all know my supporters who watch the 2D catcher messages. Y'all know how many messages I did, and I said my Pisces ex lover. Do you know how many I talked about dreaming about my ex lover? But yeah, your ex is still in love with you. All right, this is what you need to know. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. Maybe I should write down my notes actually. That's today. Dang. Um. Yeah. Oh, 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 parallel message. Um, what's that show called? Zing! That chat message is gonna be good. There's a lot of notes on there. Alright, so anywho, back to what I'm saying. Raja in the comment section. Hi, how are you? Alright, so your ex is definitely still in love. So before I get into the channel message, quick story time, more on the message. So I got this ex lover, right? And very significant now I think about it because I'm a Taurus and he's a Taurus. So I was like, let me see what it's like dating a Taurus. Oh, that's good. You fine, I'm fine. And Molly in the comment section. Oh, no negativity back to center. Said hi. Anywho's, thank you for the like. What's it called? Yeah. So this ex lover of mine, when I dated him, to be honest, it was pretty good. I remember one day. And mind you, I didn't date him for that long. I probably dated him for like maybe no more than 2 months, maybe less than that. I just couldn't. It was just too much. It was just too much, but not in the worst of way. Not for me, really. It was too much because it was always something. Like I liked his house. I liked the environment he lived in because I was always over there. Um, I used to work go over there. He treated me like that. My previous ex, the Taurus, treated me so good. So he treated me really, really good. Like in regards to being a man, yeah, I always felt like if anything was to happen, not saying that anything would happen, I felt like he would defend me because I saw how he advocated for his friends. He didn't have an overpopulation of female friends, but he had female friends and male friends. And then when he would tell me story times about like certain scenarios where he would be like sticking up for them, not that he was like going like, and he was just so humble, like But the thing about him was, even though it was good, this nigga like that Pisces placement in regards to indulgence, that nigga did cannabis, that nigga popped pills, that nigga was drinking, and sometimes he would do all. I'm from the North, Raja, of the United States of America, northern region. But yeah, that nigga used to pop pills and all stuff like that. I ain't gonna hold you. I did try a little something, something just to see for the experience. I'm not doing that shit again. It was good for the scene. But yeah, but no, I only say this to say like, but like I wouldn't do it like often with him. I tried it only like once. I tried it only once with him in particular. And the sex was good, but like sex was good, but like other than that, I don't know how people take pills. Oh my gosh, why I just seen this it's trending on like kind of trending on TikTok right now when people are talking about you got to be a different breed to basically take Ambien. I was about to say aspirin, but no, Ambien. People, thank you. I appreciate it. Roger in the comment section told me I'm married now. All right. Um, so so the trend on TikTok, they were talking about people who take Ambien, and people was writing in the comment section like their experience on Ambien. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, because I didn't even take the time out to look up what Ambien does or what it's for. I'm pretty sure it's like I thought it was like a pain prescription or like pain reliever or something to that extent. Hey, Roger, don't be changing it up now. Don't be changing it up now. You already said what you said. Now, like I was saying, um, people's experiences was wild. Like people were saying, basically, what I learned about Ambien is possible memory loss, and it acts as a psychedelic, and it makes you hungry. That's all I got from this shit. It makes you hungry or very dehydrated, one or the other. If, it might vary due to either or personal experience. So like that was interesting to look into. If you ever get bored and you want to go on TikTok, go on there and look up the people taking Ambien and their experiences in the comment section. It is very funny. Um, Nothing you probably want to go through for real, but it just sounds good. Oh my gosh. Actually, when I seen that on TikTok also, I seen another post. It was this couple, it was this married couple. They Caucasian, obviously, and like the guy's wife had asked him a question about joining her on a particular adventure, and as he should, he actually as he should, he actually quickly pulled out his phone and recorded the conversation. And because it's like what? So like these people, like the married couple, right? The Caucasian married couple. He's sitting there recording. He's like, "All right, so say that again. What did you ask me?" And the wife was like, "Yeah, I want to go cordless bungee jumping. Would you go with me?" And he's like, "Now, why the fuck?" Like he's like, "Why the fuck would I go cordless bungee jumping?" Like he like, "You must have a death with like, the concern on his face." They actually cropped out a screenshot, a picture of his face when she asked the question. It was that shit was so fucking funny. Like because why why the fuck would you want to do that? Now I'm not saying you can't be adventurous, but like cordless bungee jumping. How the fuck does that even work? What they gonna put on you, a parachute? I like how are you gonna cordless bungee jump? But then again, I didn't look up how to do that because like the name itself is not like attracting me to any of that. Anywho, back to this ex lover that's still in love with you. So like my ex lover, the one I told you that was popping pills and doing cannabis and drinking. He was doing a lot. I don't know if he was doing anything else, but if you want to message me on Instagram, you can find me on mm.sevyn. Right at you. Now, this ex lover, Raja, I'm not Raja. Raja, I have a man. I'm not gonna be fucking on you. Anywho, don't be upset that I said that. Now, this ex that's still in love with you, I'm doing a story time. So the reason I'm not with that ex anymore is because he hit like his indulgence level, like he don't know when to stop. And I had previously dated a Pisces that used to be I don't know if they still does, but like it was a pill popper. I used to date pill poppers. I used to be around pill poppers, and until that point of me dating that previous ex that was a Taurus, I didn't really know what that pill popping life was about. One one thing that make me not want to be a pill popper or find that attractive is because I didn't know the difference between the pills and stuff like that. I still don't to a certain extent. I just know some pills people take or make them lose their teeth. Not attracting me to do pills at all. Um um Another thing about pills and stuff like that, I used to see how some of them people be acting to be nodding off. I'm like, you no funny shit. If I was to do cannabis, depending on what type of variant and strand, excuse me, I might get a little tired. So if pills are making me nod off, that might be a little too much for me. I'm just being mindful. Um, One day I was at work, and my ex had called me like he was like I knew something was going on, but like I didn't really know because like he was so cutesy. He always be singing love songs to me and all types of stuff. Like he always professing his love to me, and that's one of my favorite parts. Of, like I love a good adoration. Well, you keep me around with a whole adoration. I gotta like you though, but like you will keep me around. Just tell me how beautiful I am and how much you love me. So I can hear that shit all day. I will not get tired. I will not get tired of it. I promise you. So basically that nigga was like he was talking to me like doing all that, and I'm just like what's going on because like I was at work at the time. I used to work like an evening overnight shift, so I'm just like why are you talking to me at this time like this, like I'm like nigga what you want me to come over. He said that nigga said he was at the hospital. I'm like why are you at the hospital? So he started explaining to me that like basically um because I had seen him earlier in the day, and like I don't know, we had like a weekend getaway type of scenario going on, and that's the time I decided to take half of a pill that he had. I don't remember which one it was. Yes, I does. Anywho, so like I tried it out. Like I barely remember. I barely remember most of the weekend. I just remember I was so lit that like I don't know what happened to my clothes, but I wore his clothes out to like the whole outfit. I had the the tank top, t-shirt with I was wearing his boxer briefs with his jeans, bitch, sagging them shits with his motherfucking sandals. Just but and the only thing I had was my center girl shades and then an ice cup. I was just outside. I was just outside hanging out with him and his friends. I was just I was like yo, I am living life. It felt like a nice ass vacation. Like no, and one minute I remember we was talking to his friends. We was outside. I just remember him. Yo, I just remember him saying he was like, I'm like, I don't feel nothing. The same thing. He's like, oh, you gotta wait for it to drop. It's about to drop. I remember we was talking to his friend and we was chilling next to we was at the motherfucking house, bitch. I'm not taking no motherfucking pills. That shit is wild. I don't know how people be living like that. Like it makes sense now why people be getting to certain shit. So like when he was explaining to me he was in the hospital after that wonderful weekend, I went back to work after I sobered up. Obviously, I went back to work, came back to life, bitch. And this nigga called me talking he at the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck you having in the hospital? He said he just woke up. He woke up, and he was in the middle of the street, laying on the floor. I'm like, what? He said the ambulance came and picked him up. He didn't know where he was at. And then he's like, I miss you. Come see me. This and third. I'm like, where's your mama? Like, where's she? Like, what did she say? What's going on? She said this is she mad at me and this and that. I'm like, rightfully so, because I'm mad too, bitch. Because what the fuck? I'm like, it's one thing. Like, God forbid my life, but I could get off on that shit. Like, I'm not a pill popper, so shit like that was to happen to me previously, then it would make sense. Nigga, Mr. Pill Popper, like, how the fuck you end up in that scenario? Nah, that means that it's time. Give it up, nigga, give it up. I got so mad, I broke up with him about that shit. Now that sound a little fucked up, but to be honest, I felt like that was a sign from God that I shouldn't be, one influencing, enabling, or being in a relationship with somebody who popping pills. Like, and at that can't even control that shit. Um, so I had to show him a little bit of tough love, because of shit anyway. So, and then plus I felt like I wasn't being as productive in the relationship because we was just having fun all the time, and nothing wrong with having fun, but it's just like it was a certain shit I wanted to do, but like I won't be able to do it because he just want to be booed up and loved on me all the time, and I love that shit, but it has to be a balance, and there wasn't no balance, bitch. Amongst other stuff, like I ain't gonna hold you. That ex lover of mine, that I ain't gonna hold you. That's what I don't want. I don't want to say no more fave exes because every time I name an ex to be one of my favorites, they disappoint. So I don't. I ain't about to even do it. I don't got no fave exes. Y'all just exes. One moment. Ain't no fave exes. Excuse me. I remember this one time when I first started dating my ex. So like before I had dated my ex, like literally 1 month, 1 month before I started dating my ex at the time. This was back in my days when I was thotting and bopping, and I was just living like big girl, like bitch. When I was thotting and bopping before I had met my ex lover previously, right? Like literally a month, 2 months before, like early in the year before I met him, whatever the case may be, I had two different experiences with two different niggas, right? So the first nigga, the first nigga, I literally did a like a 1 night stand with him or some shit like that, right? Well, it wasn't a 1 night stand. I hit and quit it twice. I hit and quit it twice because it wasn't given, but like I ain't have nobody else at the time, and I was just looking to have some fun. So like I hit and quit it twice, whatever the case may be. Like that nigga had just came up off some tax money, got him a new car. It was like I think it was like a Camaro or some shit. That shit was nice, but like I had to be real with myself because like the motion was in potion and the lotion and the what the fuck I don't know. It wasn't giving. Like the sex life wasn't giving with that nigga. And I didn't care how nice that car was. I couldn't do it. So I hit it and quit it. And I definitely didn't like. I definitely left without saying shit. But after the second time, I like I hit it and quit it. I literally left that nigga. Like I didn't say nothing. I didn't say where I was going. I didn't say we cool. I didn't say we wasn't cool. I just left it, and I was just like, "Oh, what are the chances I'll ever see that nigga?" I was like, "There is no chance that I'll ever see that nigga again." So, right, so not it's being naive and shit. So like, and then right after that, like with 2 weeks to a month later after that, I was it was like, let me this shit is so like this shit So I'm a nocturnal type of gal. I like the nighttime, the ambiance, and everything like that when I'm in good environments. Now, like back in like when I was a little bit younger, I used to just nightlife whenever I want, wherever I want, by my rules type shit. And I used to like be outside at night, even if I was to myself. Like, and looking back, I just used to be doing anything, like no fear. I was just talking to God about this. I'm like, God, I need to get a little bit of that energy back because like I used to just be like doing shit without the fear in the world and like life was good. I don't want to be on no scary type of time and shit like that. But yeah. So one night I had previously took a walk to go to like a store, like do a store run that was out of the way. There was no like public transportation at the time. I'm like, I'm gonna just walk over there, whatever the case may be, go get what I need, stretch my legs, enjoy the night. And that's what I was doing. And on my way to or from the store run, this nigga I knew of locally, I'd never really held a conversation with, nothing. Bitch, like he pulled up in a car, mind you. It was no public transportation at the time, so when this nigga pulled up in the car, he started talking to me. He's talking about, yeah, you want to ride, and What you about to get into? Niggas start showing me the Henny bottle. It was a big ass gallon Henny bottle. I'm like, oh, I just walked into a situation, bitch. This is how my life really was. I just go outside any time of the day or the night and just be a situation. So I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? It kind of is still the same, but not in regards to this story time. So I'm just like, it's situation. So he's like, come on, come drink with me. Let's go have fun. I wasn't even thinking about like doing anything sexual with him, whatever the case may be. Bitch, why the fuck I get into that nigga vehicle? This is nigga number two in the story time. Before I had met my ex lover, the Taurus. Peep game. So So the nigga pulled up with the Henny bottle, the gallon. He said, get in the car, let's just hang out, this and third. I get into the car. We end up, he said he's gonna take me to his house, or whatever the case may be. I asked him where his house was and everything like that. I'm familiar with the area. Something in my mind, if anything, is not that far from my house. So yeah. So we get to his house and we sit up in the parking lot of his house. Now this is like it was a good area. So like, God forbid if anything was to happen, I just knew like somebody was gonna be around and stuff like that. It didn't matter what time it was. Like the location was a very good location to my knowledge. So we sit. He said, "Let's just sit in the car." While we in the that even made me feel even more safe. Like he's like, "Let's sit in the car instead of taking me in the house." He's like, "Sit in the car, just talk, get to know one another." I'm alright. So we talking, vibing, everything's cool. Until this nigga do some dumb shit. I start peeping game that this nigga is trying to get me heavily intoxicated. Like Henny Hennessy is something for grown men. I ain't gonna hold you. Hennessy is a grown man's drink. All right, I'm a lady. That don't mean I can't drink Hennessy. I would prefer a Hennessy with a chaser. I would prefer a Hennessy mixed with something else. Hennessy is pretty strong by itself, bitch. This nigga passed me the Henny bottle. It didn't even seem like, to me, it didn't even seem like he was drinking for real. This nigga was like, yeah, just down the whole bottle. The gallon? So he kept peer pressuring me to drink the whole gallon of Hennessy. Like, I think I drank half, almost, not half because we were wrong. I was so concerned about alcohol poisoning that day. That nigga had me drink almost half the Hennessy gallon, bitch. While we was in the vehicle, before I even made it to drink half the Hennessy gallon of the have to get a Hennessy gallon. A loud ass motherfucking thunder just rolled in, bitch. We sitting in the car. That shit said, that shit sounded like a movie. That shit sounded like it was next door, bitch. That shit was so loud. This is before I got really, really into spirituality, but I even knew then. I'm like, that's a sign, but I didn't know what the sign was. So I kept drinking and shit like that because I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, that shit sound like it's so close. It's about to rain. Da, da, da. I guess some way somehow we figured out it wasn't gonna rain for that long. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna wait it out. Oh my gosh, don't take me back to that time. So I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out for the rain. I'm gonna ask this nigga to take me home, whatever the case may be. My plan was drink the Hennessy, tell this nigga to take me home since we were sitting in the car just talking. But I realized this nigga was trying to get me to drink too much Hennessy. And I didn't feel like, from my perception, he was drinking the Hennessy. I felt like he was faking, like he was drinking and taking sips. But then he kept telling me to down the Hennessy. And then almost had me drink half the Hennessy gallon. I'm like, oh no. So, mind you, in my mind, I'm like, I'm getting lit right now. I'm very intoxicated, drinking this Henny straight. I'm like, it's raining, but it's about to stop. I'm gonna just tell this nigga to take me home. Bitch, why the fuck? Why the fuck? He was like, I don't know if I had to use the bathroom or something like that. This nigga was like, all right, you can come inside the house, whatever the case may be. I'm like, whatever the case may be, because it was raining so hard. So he said we gotta have to make a run for it. We gonna have to make a run for it, go to the house. Mind this, his house, never been there. So I don't know what apartment his house was, none of that shit like that. Bitch, when I say all I remember after leaving out that vehicle was us running towards the apartment building. That's it. I don't know what the. We ran toward the apartment building, bitch. And I blacked the fuck out. I blacked out. I don't remember what the fuck happened. I woke up. We was in his motherfucking house. I was on his motherfucking bed. Excuse me, correction. He said his grandmother's bed because, bitch, when I woke up, it was me fucking vomiting all over the fucking bed. And you would think I'd be mad. Like, how, like, it was so many questions in my mind in that moment. It's the first question, where the fuck am I? Um, um, as soon as I had that question of where the fuck I was at, this nigga was like, "Oh, like dang, you just threw up on my grandmother's bed." I don't even got time to even ask who are you fucking talking about because I'm looking at the bed. This nigga's so mad that I threw up on, and there was no bed sheets on there, bitch. Um, where it was early as fuck in the morning. Where the fuck is grandma? And so this nigga just was helping me get up. He said, I'm like, I guess I asked him like if he want me to help him clean up the bed, the vomit stuff like that. He was like, no, I'm gonna clean up when I get back because this nigga was on his way to take me back to the house after I ain't threw up on the bed. I think that shit saved my life, bitch. Um, that nigga holding my arm, walking me to the car and stuff like that, put me in the car. When I say I was so fucking lit, yo. And then mind you, now thinking back on it, I think that liquor bottle was open before I even took any liquor out of there and drank it. So because I'm like, I know I would live, but then again, Hennessy could do that to you. So I'm just like, what? Straight Hennessy? I'm like, oh fuck. This nigga put me in his car. I had to while I was intoxicated. I had enough strength to tell the. Let me not use that word. I was not that intoxicated, or I made myself not that intoxicated to tell that nigga my address so he can drop me home. Because mind you, he never picked me up in front of my house. So he drove me all the way home. At this time, mind you, he picked me up early morning when like it was dark out. By the time I got to my house, the sun was out. Like the sun literally just came up. This nigga this nigga did not park the car. He left the car running, got me up out the passenger seat, walked me to my house on the porch, and left me there and I was laid out on the porch for like I don't even know how long. I know the neighbors was like, "What the actual fuck?" And then that nigga left me on the porch and dipped. That nigga left me laying on the porch asleep and dipped. Yo, all right. But there's a reason I'm telling y'all this shit. There's a reason I'm telling y'all this shit. That shit was so funny because I probably was there for like an hour or two just laying there asleep, bitch. Oh my gosh. Like, oh my gosh. It was a life lesson. I thank God. I was brought back home to safety. For real, for real. Because when I seen it with no bed sheets on, I, I've seen enough of that. I don't watch the ID channel, but I've seen enough TV shows and movies that if somebody trying to be sexually active with you and there's no bed sheets on there, bitch, I was like, what the fuck? Like, so fast forward, fast forward. Like maybe like a few weeks, a month later, that's when I had met my ex lover who's a Taurus, and I started dating him. So within the first month of us dating, we was really to ourselves. We was like homebodies. It was all cutesy cutesy. I'm dating this nigga. I'm liking the vibe and everything. Everything is good. Everything is good. Then that part of the relationship when your man tries to bring you around his homies and friends, and like ah! So he started trying to take me out like where he be at with his homies and friends, and I'm just sitting there chilling. I'm purposely not talking to anybody. If anybody speak to me, it'd be like a hey, what's up? That's about it. Like I'm not talking to none of y'all niggas. Like that, previously that was my man's friends. I'm not obligated to talk to y'all for real whole conversation. So I'm doing my own thing. So my man at the time, he was about to go to the store and he asked me if I want anything. So when he asked me if I want anything, one nigga walked up, another nigga walked up. Why is it the two other niggas? The two other niggas from a month, 2 months ago, before I got into the relationship, the nigga I left on scene, like I ain't say where I was going, I ain't say if I was coming back, nothing. The nigga with the nice car, that nigga walked up. The nigga from with the Henny bottle, he walked up. They looked at me. Shit, I don't know who y'all is. I don't know who y'all is. I don't know who the fuck y'all is. Because it's like in my mind, it's like I ain't do nothing wrong. I ain't do nothing wrong necessarily. I'm like the other nigga. I'm like we could talk about that other nigga because I did walk off on him, but I did leave him on scene for life. Howsoever, that other nigga, I don't got time to explain that whole story to my nigga because like y'all friends and he moving like that, bitch. I'm like, oh no. So I acted like I ain't know who these niggas is, but then I saw them niggas do both at the same time, like pull him to the side. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is not about to do this shit. So I'm like, man, fuck out. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I'm just acting like I don't know what the fuck going on, and and this nigga asked me, I'm gonna tell him because what the fuck, who's scared? Not me. So they definitely pulled him to the side, said whatever they said to him. I'm trying to think in my mind what the fuck the nigga in the Henny bottle gonna say because I was waiting for him to say some bullshit because I was gonna tell my nigga. So the nigga went to the store. They said whatever they said to him. He looked at me with a concerned look. He went in the store. He came back. He said, "Let's go." He said, "We is not sitting around these niggas." So when we left, he asked me, so how you know X, Y, and Z, this and that. He's like, he said, I'm not mad, nothing like that, but I just want to hear it from you. I told him, well, yeah, I was sexually active with one of them, and the other guy, I don't know what the fuck happened. I think he tried to lure me with a Henny bottle, and it did not go as expected, but like we ain't fuck. He said, "Oh, but he told me you sucked his dick." I'm like, I did not. I did not. Like, oh my god, did he just lie on? How you gonna lie on my mouth, bitch? How you gonna lie on my mouth? Are you like? I didn't even know that was a thing. What? Like, in all seriousness, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, so, and then he ain't questioned me, like he believed me, and as he should, but like it was just like, because I don't got nothing to hide. I don't gotta lie about shit. Like I'm just like that was wild. That Mr. I'm like when he told me that nigga lied and said I had sex today. I'm like yo. I'm like yo. That's when I started telling everything. I'm like, that nigga lured me with a Henny bottle. I threw up on his grandmama bed. He left me on the porch. I was asleep there for 2 hours, bitch. That the way that that shit was a movie. That shit was definitely a movie, bro. That was straight off of a movie type shit. Like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, but nah, like, and even though I said all that shit, even though his homies tried to like tell him otherwise about me, this nigga kept dating me off, and I still left him. That shit is wild, but like with good reason though. With good reason though. But like, it was for the best. This nigga, I seen him the other day, and like, after seeing him as recently, and like, I had made a joke with him. Um, about the movie Hunger Games because it has the name from the name of Hunger Games, one of the characters, and he didn't know what I was talking about. And then I seen him in another location, and he was just like, "I love you." I'm like, "I love you." Oh my gosh! But like oh, That's why I'm not dating him. Also, I'm gonna date him anyway because I found out like I think he was like bipolar or something like that, and I didn't really know what to do with that. I ain't I've dated some people who had to take prescribed medicine before, and I've dated people who had to take prescribed medicine, not for health, bitch, but like for in regards to like they mental, and it's been scenarios where they don't tell me they got a mental condition, and I don't like that because it's just like, damn, bitch, like I understand you want to pretend like you living normal, but when shit don't start making sense or you don't take your medicine, and I don't know what the fuck going on. That's the problem. I've dated people who had to take antidepressants, um, and I just automatically assume like it's bipolar or something like that. But that you can use antidepressants for multiple different mental scenarios. So it's just like I never really know what to do in those situations. It sounds fucked up. I'm not trying to discriminate, but I just like to make my life a little bit easier. No shade, because I don't know. Is there like a prerequisite book for dating people who have mental disabilities and stuff like that? Not, now I'm not talking about like autism and ADHD and stuff like that. Like that, that just means you smart. That just means you smart. I'm talking about them, like God forbid, like I don't want to come in contact with nobody and date them and they schizophrenic. Like God forbid, like they take antidepressants. Um, what is it, bipolar disorder, all types of shit like that. Mm-mm. One day you happy, one day you sad, one day you want to put your hands. God forbid, because you can't control your emotions. Oh no, no, no! I need somebody who can regulate their emotions. Who I need somebody who, me, in my own personal opinion, when it comes to like stuff like that, I don't believe in medicine, like pills and stuff like that, popping pills in regards to mental illnesses, because I feel like you could do that, but you could also overcome without using the prescriptions. A lot of people say that they rather, when first put on those type of prescriptions and taking those type of pills, that they don't like how it makes them feel anyways. So if you can overcome that shit without the pills, I'm not saying, to each his own. I'll probably respect it a little bit more, because then I know you got like self control, self restraint. You know how to control your emotions. But if you can't control that shit, like God forbid one day you forget to refill your prescription, and who knows what the fuck, like God forbid on my life, I don't want to date nobody who they forget to refill their prescription one day and they just start acting completely out of character. They acting like a whole different other person. I don't got time for that shit. I'm sorry, not sorry. Anywho's, I remember when I had got, like, I had, what did I order? I think I went to like a seafood spot and I had ordered like this big 4 pan of food, and I came to like surprise my nigga, my ex lover, whatever. When I was dating him, I came to surprise him with the food and like make it like a little date. And when I got there, he told me to like wait at the side, like not at the side of the house, but like he said like a house down. And I'm just like, what the fuck, like. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my. I was like, maybe like I'm foreign, he foreign. So I'm like, maybe foreign parent shit. So I'm alright. So his mama was going to work, apparently, as I was pulling up to the house, but it just so happened the way it happened. She was coming out the house as I was walking up to the house, so we low key definitely met up. So she looking at me. She don't look mad or anything like that. She looking at me like real inquisitive, like, who's this? Oh my gosh, like she kind of happy and shit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, so I'm finally meeting his mother. All right. This is like previously and stuff like that. So I'm all right. So I'm waiting for him. He looking like, dang, like I ain't wanted this shit to happen. So she starts speaking, because like he foreign. She starts speaking her shit. And then like he's talking back to her and they shit like I'm just sitting there like I'm gonna just pretend like I don't hear what they're saying, because even though I don't speak their language, I used to have a friend of the same ethnic group. So little shit they were saying I could hear. She starts code switching and was like, nah, this female, she gonna hear what I'm trying to say. She said, why don't you marry her? I'm holding the food. She's like, why don't you marry her? Why don't you marry her? She's, she said, marry her. She's like, get a house, marry her, have kids. I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, I had not been dating that nigga for more than a month at that time. His mother met me, didn't ask me what my name was, didn't have no conversation with me. She just looked me up and down, saw me with that plate of food. She said to that nigga, you need to marry her, get a house where y'all live in, and have some kids. Yo, this nigga was so mad. This nigga was so mad. He was just looking around, like he was just like talking shit underneath his breath. He was just mad. He like, come on, let's go. I was just like, oh my gosh. But like I hands down one of my funnest relationships I was in previously. I ain't about to even hold, because it was just it was like a normalcy, but it was fun at the same time. But like my sex life was just like it was very interesting. It's very interesting. Anywho, but yeah, he's still in love with me. A lot of my exes still love me, but we're not gonna get that. So like, also no jealousy. I wrote no jealousy in my notes. Um, Men attracted to you. Yes, like that shit was so funny. That shit was that. All right, I put men attracted to you at this time. Also, in my notes, I wrote, "Do not date men who recently left jail." Hashtag stay dangerous, bitch. I had seen my ex lover a few days ago. I had seen my ex lover and he had asked for my number or social media contact or something like that, right? So I'm giving him my social media contact, wherever. I still have not replied to him. Um, so he was like, I ain't reply to him out of respect for my man and stuff like that because like if I start texting that nigga's not going to stop. So I'm just like I might message him back, but I don't know. Anywho, so, but like, because that shit was so funny. He asked me for my social media, and I seen other niggas that there was another nigga who was walking up who asked me to go on a date with him, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to like let me walk off because I felt like they knew each other anyways. So I start trying to walk off. That nigga, soon as I give this nigga social media, this nigga, the other nigga, like, he like, what happened to our date? I'm like, oh shit. Like, so I play it off. I walk off and stuff like that. He with another nigga. The other nigga start. He's like, hey, you know me? You know me? You know me? You know me? Hey, you know me? You see me? I look familiar. You know me? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they gonna back the fuck up? Like, want me to know who you is so bad? Now I ain't gonna hold you. The nigga look. Excuse me. And we going through destruction now, bitch. But anywho, that nigga did look familiar. I knew him from somewhere. I just didn't know where, but I knew I never had no conversation with him. I knew that he was older than me. I just seen him around the way, but I haven't seen him in a long ass motherfucking time. He kept asking, you know me, you know me, you know me. Hey, you ever seen me before? You know me? I'm just like, you look familiar. He's like, yeah. He said he had just got out of jail. I'm like, oh my gosh. When he said that, I'm like, all his like all his associates and friends that I would know of and shit like that started coming to mind. I'm like, oh, he hang around those group of people. I was like, yeah. I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, nigga, stay out of trouble. Like, that nigga was in jail for a very long time. I'm like, dang. I'm like, dang. But then we started having a conversation because the nigga was asking me on a date, and I told him that basically we wasn't gonna go on a date because I have a man. And then this nigga who just got jealous just start talking about, oh, you want some you trying to play that nigga? Like why you give your he's like, you got a man, but you giving out your number and shit to that other nigga. I said, that's my ex. He still want that. He still want that. He want that whole thing back. This nigga was insta fucking gating. I'm like, yo, what the I'm like, I got good rapport with my ex. Like, it ain't even like that. Even if he feel that way, it ain't even like that. I'm like, he like, but how would your man feel if you was still talking to one of your exes, this and that? I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, as long as it's not nothing outside of being friendly or cordial and shit like that, I'm just like, go ahead with all that. I'm like, because I'm like, you can still be a man or woman and still have the opposite gender as a friend or somebody that you're cordial with. So somebody feel like a clown right now. I don't know what that has to do with anything. But anywho's, I was just so when I said that he was like, oh no, you a real one. Da, 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 da. I said, nigga, stay out of trouble. And I'm just like, this nigga get the fuck away from me because I don't even know what the fuck you went to jail for. But I wrote my notes. Nate, like Euphoria Nate? Oh fuck no. But I'm like, yeah, stay dangerous. All right, channel message. Let's get into it. Y'all in the comment section, talk. Heavy hit in the comment section. Talk about you should get my number. Um, I didn't say your whole at name on here, but because your name is named that, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. No disrespect. I don't do Dre's. I met, I dealt with two Dre's in my life. I'm not doing it. I left before it got bad. The first Dre was on some bullshit. He was talking to me at an age he was not supposed to be talking to me at. Then he dated some girl that I went to school with. Come to find out he was what she was older than me when I was in school, and he was older than her. And so and then she became a stripper, and then they had a baby and everything like that. Next thing you know, I heard he was in jail, bitch. Rightfully so. Um, and then the other Dre, I left that situation early. It was a whole bitch, bitch. That's a story. That's a story time for the motherfucking ethers, bitch. That's a story time for motherfucking civil rights movement. That's a story time, like because that was too much. Like I don't know if I can say that shit on here. Do you know me? You know how many cops I didn't fucked on before? That's actually pretty interesting. That's been like that's actually pretty interesting. It's not that many. It's not that many, but like maybe two, maybe two. And what I learned through those experiences, three actually. I'm trying to think. Three. I got wow. Anywho, who cares? Anywho, dumb story times is so story time worthy, but I'm not gonna do it. All you need to know is the Dre I used to deal with. I left that nigga early. That nigga went back to his girlfriend, and then I think she died, bitch. And knowing what I know about them scenarios, I'm minding my business, bitch. I left early because that's just me avoiding impending doom, and I'm not even gonna get into it. I ain't gonna get into it. Anywho's channel message for Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, and Taurus. Thinking 10 steps ahead because you can't outsmart them. Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, and Taurus. Y'all thinking 10 steps ahead? Who you can't outsmart? Can you not outsmart somebody? Or someone can't outsmart y'all? Man. Man. Is there another story time in here? We have a few more minutes. So I'll talk about the Gemini. So boom. No pun intended. Dang. So I previously used to be cool with this manager from my previous 9 to 5. I should have never been cool with that bitch. She had 8. Like I'm telling you, I don't like Sagittarius. I don't know. It's something like Sagittarius is just. I don't think they good people. Like the men is one thing, but like the Sagittarius women, yo, both. But like the Sagittarius men are usually more cool, but like at sun signs, if you got Sagittarius placed with somewhere else, I don't know. I can't speak for y'all, but sun signs Sagittarius men are usually pretty decent. Not all of them though. I've seen a few like I I think I don't, maybe it's like a fire sign thing because the Sagittarius men and women if they're not like verbally abusive, passive aggressive in some sort of way or um physically abusive, there's something going on with that. The female Sagittarius is like they be on some sneaky abuse type of shit and unless like they got to I just can't with the Sagittarius. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I don't got nothing against the sign, but like befriending, dating, business, yeah. But outside of that, I should have just went to that 9 to 5, worked, and came to fuck home. But no, there's always somebody want to be my friend or always want to be around me, bitch. Long story short, she had introduced me to her cousin who was a Gemini previously while I was working at 9 to 5, and we was having one of these game nights or whatever the case may be. We playing like drunk Uno and stuff like that. And we was so drunk. We so lit. But like this is not the first time we would like do stuff like that. And this is when I was in my I don't give a fuck era. Like for real, for real, I didn't give a fuck about nothing. So I don't know if we were doing truth or dare. We were doing truth or dare, something like that. And they was like, I dare you. We were playing truth or dare after playing drunk Uno. These bitches gonna be like, I dare you to fuck my cousin, and some shit like that. I'm like, what you saying? Like, what you saying ain't about nothing. So like, yo, that shit was wild. That shit was so wild. Went to the I'm not fucking in your house. What you talk about? So like, I told that nigga, I'm like, all right, like legit. That shit was like, come on, let's fuck. Like, niggas like, all right, let's get. He's like, all right, let's go up. So I'm like, where we going? He's like, come on, let's go. Let's go over the case. This is previously. I ain't going nowhere with this nigga now. Literally saw this nigga the other day driving. I was like, right by a specific avenue by a church. I was, so So what's it called? Like, we had gotten to the vehicle. He's like, yeah, I know a spot. I know a spot. So we tried to hurry up because we knew they be them other people who did like asked us to do the dare be on bullshit. So we got into the vehicle and we drove off and he was speeding, bitch. Mind you, we was all lit, bitch. We was lit. We was intoxicated. He speeded, but it don't matter if he was speeding. He's a cop. So so we in the car and he like zoom, zoom, bending corners on that. So like we in there, I'm looking in the car like this safe, but I'm like, no, this nigga has extensive training. He know how to drive. So we get to our destination. We doing our thing. We in the, that shit was like a flash. Like I'm like that a flashlight. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Yo, why is it a whole car full of the people who told us to do the dare, bitch? Sit parked up parallel to the car, like you're doing a great job. Woo! Yeah. I'm like, yo, y'all cannot be fucking serious. Like, I had to leave that. I had to leave that nigga. Not because of that. I had to leave that nigga because like then the cousin was like the who my manager who the 95 was like acting weird because she wanted specific details about because after that experience we decided that we was gonna do our own thing without them for real. So like it kind of started seeming like we was about to start dating and shit. But his cousin, the one that introduced me, who was my 9 to 5 manager, she wanted details about like our sex life, and I didn't think nothing of it because we was cool. So I would be telling her certain shit, and then she would go and try to embarrass him in front of the whole friend group, bitch. It was just too fucking much. Like it was too much. I'm like, nah. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop this for the both of us because like I'm gonna just stop this for the both of us because I told this bitch some shit in confidence. I'm gonna tell y'all what I told her. I told her this shit in confidence. Like when he would finish, he would do like this grunt moan shit, like awesome shit. And that's how that shit is. That nigga would like be growling like he was I don't know like he was about to transform to a werewolf, bitch. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was like. But it is what it is now. But she mimicked that shit and told the story in front of all his friends, and it was just too much. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I don't think this shit is gonna work out. He was like, agreed, and we just kept it pushing. Nigga went back to his ex girlfriend. He went back to his ex girlfriend. This bitch died. I under mysterious circumstances. Everything happened for a reason. Like everything happens for a reason. That shit is like, cause God only knows. Um, if that was test up ahead, it worked out. I mean, if I would have kept continuing with that story, that shit would have got a little wild. But like, I ain't gonna put everybody out there now. Um, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, thinking 10 steps ahead because you can't outsmart them. A message at the top of the deck is price range. What the fuck is price range here for? Item pricing in store from lowest to highest price item in catalog. What the fuck needs a price? Sales and revenue came out right after that. What the fuck? The amount of money you get from customers. It's giving horror, but like I'm not prostitution, but we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. So like, what the fuck is you talking about? Is this something? Think 10 steps ahead because you can't outsmart them. Price, range, sales, and revenue. Something about a product? Because I'm just saying because we just came out of this story time. I don't know why. Like amount of money you get from customers. Somebody could be a prostitute. What the fuck is going on? Then this car came out in reverse. I'm about to read this. Someone is not successful and they don't feel supported, and they're not going to be successful and supportive in the future. They're probably that Sagittarius bitch. They're not gaining satisfaction because they're not being valued by others. People don't see them as an important asset. I wonder the fuck why. Oh, there's somebody in your energy, Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, um, that thought, I guess money has something to do with this. Uh, Somebody felt as though they wanted to get the one up on you, so they went into prostitution so that they could be seen as having more than you, having a better lifestyle. But something happened, obviously, where people are not viewing this person in the best ideal light. They're not supporting this person. This person could, I don't know what happened to this person, because they into prostitution of some sort. They into sex work or something. They get paid for sex work. This is what this person, your energy, possibly an opera enemy. They thought they had the one up on you. They thought they had the 10 steps. Isn't it something like a 10-step program? Oh my gosh. Um, because we didn't talked about drugs, narcotics, we didn't talked about sex. Yet this had nothing to do with Pisces. Y'all might be in a 10-step program after some shit that went down. They like, because people are not supportive of them, not giving them no more money. Now why? Now there's only so many reasons why somebody who's into sex work is not receiving money from anyone anymore. You use context clues for that one. But God is increasing my blessings. Amen. A surplus of many people, places, and things that can be used to double my profit. This is what God is doing for us right now. So Aquarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, what you need to know is if you have a product, a service, in regards to some sort of business endeavor, God is increasing your blessings so you can get this money. Howsoever, there was somebody in the field of sex work who they fell off because they got sick. They fell off because they got sick, so they can't be sexing on these people or persons and receiving money anymore because they're sick. It could be like a sexual disease. So they can't earn this money from selling their body anymore. Spiritual message. Love comes from within me, therefore I attract the same energy. My intentions are pure. I'm not lying. So like this person's intentions were off. They might have went for a specific kind of men or woman so that they can sell their bodies to these people for finances. You wanted to take the more humble route. You want to follow your goals and aspirations that you planned and prepped yourself, possibly with the help of God. And this person didn't do that. Whole time their motive for selling their body was to be better than you. Well, and it didn't work out for them. Thank you, God. I have great relationship with my lover and wealth. Amen. Love, career, and luck is looking good right now. God help me with my discernment and direct me, showing the best direction to lead. Please strengthen my dreams and the ability to interpret all of them. Yo, yo, yesterday I watched a TV show. I'm gonna talk about it in a different message. I'm gonna say this. I watched a TV show and literally a question I asked God for the answer to so many times years ago. They literally showed it to me, like God showed it to me in a TV show. And I'm like, yo, that shit had me so overwhelmed yesterday. And I was just like, I gotta take a nap because like God has been trying to like show me the answer to a question I asked a very long time ago. But because of the people involved, I didn't want to believe that person had anything to do with the wrongdoing. Like, I was just like, it's like I had a notion it was the person had something to do with the situation that in regards to a wrongdoing, but I'm just like, I didn't want to believe it. Yes, it is in regards to a Pisces. I am a very magical person. Thank you, God, for my gifts every day. Thank you, God. Your archangels, Michael and Gabriel, help me against all evil. Archangel Michael, bitch, that's lethal. Archangel Gabriel, something about a musician, a music artist, very significant. Never shamed by God. Amen. I receive it. All right. Something about having minimal supervision, free reign. So you're a boss, you're a business owner. The person who's your opposite enemy, who could have been selling their body, who done fell off because they got sick. Um, they got a lot of eyes on them right now. There's somebody who done did you wrong, kind of indirectly, possibly. It's like somebody did something to somebody that you care about to get back at you, or maybe that wasn't the intent, but it still had that same type of effect that they want to do something to make you really, really sad, bitch. And that shit finally then caught up with them. Dang. Something about woo, something about Sagittarius. This could be a parent figure. This could be somebody who's a parent. That you're enlightened about. Something about you having compassion for this person or yourself or the situation, some sort of adventure you could have took with this possible connection, or you will be taking as some sort of travel plans, having some sort of travel plans with a particular connection of yours. Either or, take the message how it resonates. Oh, you about to take a trip, bitch. It might be a vacation. Um, just with you and your significant other. Your love life is good. Your career is good. You getting money. Your op is not. Amen. I receive it. Aquarius card came out. This is a prediction. Something also about the Aquarius. In regards to being celebrities, something about technology, the future, prophecy prediction. A young person could be, oh, you might be playing it for a kid, bitch. Bill of Rights, Fourth Amendment. This is in regards to your fourth house placement. Um, your mother's side of the family, Aquarius, Cancer, Zodiac very significant. Protection against unreasonable search and seizure. Bitch, I kept seeing, I kept like, God kept making this notion about number 4, leadership styles. I kept like, my ex has been trying to, I have an ex that's an Aquarius, one of a few, that that keep trying to come up in my energy after like the cycle has been ended. It's so funny. Like, this is an ex lover that will go out of their way to make known that they don't fuck with me, or they don't like me like that, or we ain't never really date. Like, to be honest, like, technically, no, we did date, but after the fact. But like, he would make it seem like we ain't date, and he didn't want to be with me, and he was moving on with his life, and then, but like, I was the one who was like, all right. And just went about my business, and this nigga would try to find any type of way to get in contact with me through other people. He wanted to keep tabs on what I had going on. This nigga would get in a relationship, but still be obsessed with me. God forbid my life now. Like, God kept showing me this person was still thinking about me or trying to see what I got going on. I don't give a fuck. Target market. This is the type of person that's still like trying to see what you got going on. God helps me to obtain resources from others, people, places, and things. God answers my prayers to achieve all of my goals and better. Rights to remain silent and other rights of persons. Yes, like, so like, you have an ex lover that could have tried to target you because like of what you got going on, like in the physical, spiritually. They see you just like obtaining really good things, achieving your goals. Like, I might want to spin the block. I might want to turn back around. I might want my ex again. They look like they're doing good, but rights to remain came out, and other rights of persons. God's like, don't talk to that motherfucker. Thank you, God. Physical cash and spiritual money locate me now. In regards to some sort of gift or gifts, spiritual gifts or actual tangible gifts you'll be receiving. Amen. I receive it. I am appreciated and treated extraordinarily good by others. I am doted and cared for always. People act as gifts to me as well. Well, regardless of how your ex lover or whomever acts around certain people, if they act like they don't fuck with you, they act like, oh, I would never, I don't want my ex, or whatever the case may be. Just know, and you probably really does, nourishment. When they get around you, they might not say that, talk that shit to your face, but when they get around you, they doting on you, they giving you money, they showing their admiration, that they care and they love you. God is balanced. Justice in the situation. Justice in the situation. Woo! In regards to your career, your five senses is very significant. You might be an entertainer, a Leo, an entertainer, a male, entertainer, very significant. God bringing justice to a situation. You could have a ex lover that is of the entertainment industry. They could have been talking wild shit, as acting as if they don't care and they don't love you, and you wasn't all that and this and the third. But when they in your face, you definitely get what you want. Thank you, God. I receive it. What are you talking about? Right on the money. Thank you, God, for the educators who teach on your behalf. That's me. See ya. That's me. Stay dangerous. Don't